Hello guys, and welcome back to Game Development Tutorials. This is audio part 2 for the Space Shooter series. So last time we set up this audio manager, and now all we have to do is get audio, which is pretty easy. So, first of all, let's get some music for our game. So I will go onto Google, and I will just go to YouTube right here. So just going to open up a new tab for YouTube. Then your icon will be here. If it's not, you might want to sign in or sign up if you do not have an account. Then you are just going to click on your icon, go to your channel. You want to go to Manage Videos or Manage Studio, whatever one it says. But the button should take you here, where all of your videos are. And if you don't have videos, then this will always be blank. There will still be these sidebars. Okay, so I'm just going to go down here to Audio Library. And there are all of these free music that you can download without copyright, I think. That might just be for YouTube. But if you do not want copyright period, you can just go to free music, no copyright maybe. Then you can just click here or something. But I'm just going to be using this. It's just easier. So let's see. Mood. I want it to be calm, I guess, because you're drifting through space. Maybe dramatic and calm. Then we just have to hit apply. And all those will pop up. So these are all the songs that are calm and dramatic. So then we can listen to them. And YouTube, you cannot copyright me. Ha 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 ha. And you also have to do attribution not required if you do not want to get copyrighted. Period. If you just do not want to get put into that line, or you have to actually say who made it, and I'm not going through all of that, so I'm just going to say no attribution required. So let's see. We just listen to the songs and then fast forward. That sounds good. So I will just press download next to the song Lights. That is what I'm using. I'm just going to close out of the tab, and as you can see, the sound is fully downloaded. So then we can go to Unity, open up our folder. Wait, but before that, just gonna close out of there. I'm gonna make a whole new folder. So right click under Assets, create folder. I'm just gonna name this folder Audio, and I'm gonna make 2 subfolders in it. So right click on Audio, create this folder will be called Music. Right click one more time on Audio, and this will be called SFX or Sound Effects. Okay, then, and guys, make sure to save your project. Control S on Windows or Command S on Mac. Or if you just don't like shortcuts, File, Save, and then File, Save Project. It's really that easy. Then we can go to the downloads or wherever you store your music, wherever your music downloaded to. Then I'm just going to drag and drop this into the music folder. Then just compiling or loading. I'm just going to close out of there. And I'm just going to rename this sound. Right click, rename to, I don't know, main theme. Let it load. And good. Now it is into Unity. You can hear it. But right now, when we press play, it will not play. That is because if we just go to the game manager, we are missing one thing, that is the clip. So we can just drag the main theme audio into there. And now, when we press play, the music will play. Just like that. And you'll see an audio source component gets added. So yeah. Okay, now for the actual sound effects. I will not be using YouTube Music for sound effects. I will be using a different program called BFXR. I will put a download link in the description, but I'm also just going to show how you get to it right here. By the way, you can just delete the sound effect when you are done using it because it will be in Unity, so it's automatically saved. So yeah. Okay, I'm just going to type in BFXR sound. Then it's this first link, BFXR makes sound effects for your games. And then I believe we can just download it. I already have it, but depending if you're on Windows or Mac, you'll select one of these, and then it should automatically download, or it'll take you to a page where then you can download it. So yeah, I'll put that in the link in the description. But I already have it, so I will just press the search button here. Then I'll search up BFXR. Then here it is. I'm just gonna click on it. But wait, that's not gonna work for you, because once it's downloaded, it'll be in a zip folder, something that looks like this. So it'll zip. So to actually unzip it, you have to double click on the folder and just press extract all, and it will automatically do that for you, and that's it. So now you can click this, the search, and now type in BFXR. Then it's right here, and then you can just click on that and it will automatically open it up. Here it is. These are some sounds I've already had, because I've been making sound effects for a different game. This game. But yeah. Okay, so let's do player shooting. So I'm just going to click on this button to actually activate shooting. Then you can click on it until you like the sound that you hear. I personally like laser shoot 2, so this one. So I'm just going to select it and press export to WAV or WAV. And then export. It will say where you want to download it to. I'm just going to select the desktop, so I'm just going to delete it anyway. So then I'm just press save. Then I'm just going to close out of BFXR. I will reopen it, but that's for later. Then I will go into my File Explorer, go under Desktop or wherever you saved it. And then you will find it, Laser Shoot 2. Then I will just drag it into the sound effects folder. It's right here. I will just rename this, so right click, rename to Player Shoot. Go to the Game Manager. Set the size to 2, so it's increasing it. Set looping to off. Then for the clip, I'll just drag in player shoot. I'll call this player shoot and set the volume to something like 0.45 or 4. Good. Now, we actually have to call the player shoot. So, we shall go into our player script, our player shoot script. So I'll click on the player and double click on the player shoot script to open it up in Visual Studio. Okay, it is opening. We are at 9 minutes. Okay, and here we are. Since we already have a reference to the game manager, getting a reference to the audio manager should be pretty easy because it's on the same object. So we can just say, oh boy, private audio manager. Then I'm just going to call it audio manager. And then to actually get the audio manager, it's important that you do it under the game manager. So audio manager is equal to game manager dot game object dot get component audio manager. So this is saying, it's saying the audio manager is equal to the game manager's object, so what the game manager is attached to, and it's just getting the script for audio manager. Okay, now all we have to do is play the sound, and that's it. So I'm just going to go to the shoot method, and right before it actually spawns the bullet or laser, I'll say audio manager dot play player shoot. Just know it has to be the way you spell this in quotations has to be the exact way. Whoop, hold on, it's compiling. Okay, so this player shoot in quotations has to be the exact way that you spell this name. So I'm just going to copy that. Whoop. Highlight that. Press Control C or Command C on Mac. Go into the script. Highlight that. Control V or Command V on Mac. Because it has to be spelled the exact same way, or else it will not work, and it will give you a warning because we set it up. What do you know? Okay. So now, when you press play, and whenever you shoot, it should play the shoot sound effect. And let's see. Yep. Okay. Now I want an enemy shoot sound effect and an explosion sound effect. So I'm just gonna delete that sound effect from my folder because it's already in Unity. So then I'm just gonna open BFXR by pressing the search bar and type in BFXR and it's opening this. Okay, we are at 11 minutes. Not bad because we don't have 2 more sound effects and it's pretty easy. Okay, so since I already like the laser 2 sound effect, I'm just gonna press mutation. It's still the same sound effect. It's just gonna be a bit different. I think this one's not too different, but it's different enough where you can somewhat tell. So I'm just gonna press export to wave or WAV, whatever, and press save. And by the way, to delete a sound effect from this list, just press the X right next to it. Pretty easy. And now the last sound effect that I need is an explosion. So just press this explosion. I think I like that one, so I'm just going to press export to WAV, then just press save. And there we go. Open up the folder, go to desktop, then just drag both of these into the sound effects folder. Explosion and the laser shoot. Just rename the explosion 14 to just explosion, then rename laser shoot 3 to enemy shoot. Then just going to go to game manager, set the size to 3, set the volume to 0.3, and for the clip, you can drag in the enemy shoot and rename it to enemy shoot. Then last thing, just going to set the size to 4, set the volume to 0.45, rename this to explosion, and drag in the explosion. Okay, now we have a chapter called the sound effects. So let's start with the explosion for the player. I'm just gonna go to the player controller script. Then, okay, so right before he dies, we do not need a reference for this. The only reason we need a reference for the shooting is because it's constantly happening. But when you're doing something that's not constantly happening, you can just do this. Audio manager.instance.play explosion. Pretty sure that's not how I spelled it. Yeah, there we go. And this will only work if you have an instance of the audio manager, which we have set up right here. Just like that. Okay, so now let's get the enemy to explode. So I'm just gonna go into Unity and open up the enemy controller script. Gonna double click on that. For the death, audio manager.instance.play explosion. There we go. And there we go. So let's just make sure that the explosion's working, and then we'll get to shooting, and that'll be it. Okay, there we go, it's done compiling. So now, when we press play, and then we destroy an enemy, it will play that explosion sound effect. And I think I want that to be a bit louder, so I'll just set the volume to 0.6. Then, when we press play, there we go. And then, also when we die, there we go. You know how this happens? That's because the scene is constantly getting reloaded, so we'll fix that in the next video. Okay, so now let's get the enemy shooting sound effect to work. So we will just go into the enemy shoot script. At the top, it'll say private audio manager. In the start function, right before this, I'll say audio manager is equal to, oh my gosh, game object dot find object with tag game manager dot get component audio manager. So now we just got the audio manager reference. Now all we have to do is call the shoot. So we'll just say audio manager dot play enemy shoot, and then that's it. That's all we have to do to actually play a sound. Pretty nice. Okay, I'm just gonna press play. We can still shoot. And now, when the enemy shoot, it should play the sound. There we go. Okay, good. And actually, when the scene reloads, I don't think I'm actually going to mark this as don't destroy on load. So I'm just going to comment that out by just writing 2 slashes in front of don't destroy on load. In comments, what they do, I think I've already explained this in the basics. They don't affect the code, they're 12 reminders for you. Okay, now I'm going to press play. I think that should solve the issue of the scene constantly reload. Well, let's just see. Yep, there we go. And sound effects still play. And there we go. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Bye, guys.